job, and being the lead person here. Jordan is off right now. He has a few issues going on with his family that he's taking care of. Hopefully everything gets well for him. We're going to recap this past weekend. Sorry, I'm trying to go through text messages while I'm at it too. But got a lot of things going on here this past weekend. We had NASCAR in Dover. We had IndyCar up in Toronto. We had NHRA racing this past weekend. Where were they? Seattle. They were up in Seattle. So, and Archer raced over as well. And while we're at it, we've got a few announcements also as we go for Four Wide Media Hall of Fame. Had a couple inductions over this past week that we will be announcing a little bit later into the show. But let's get started. Let's do a quick recap of the action this past weekend. We're going to start with the NHRA. They were running where are we at? I know they were out in Seattle. What race was that? I should have been better prepared for this, guys. The Muckleshoot Casino Resort NHRA Northwest Nationals. That's one heck of a name. See if I can pull up qualifying for it. Hey, I guess it helps if I put the other microphone in too. The other earbud in. Sorry, guys. But let's start with Muckleshoot Casino Resort, NHRA Northwest Nationals. In the funny car. Let's see. Yep. Funny car. No, top fuel. Doug Coletta was the fastest in qualifying. Overall winner, Sean Langdon. Sean Langdon beat Brittany Force in the finals to win top fuel. Funny car ladder had Austin Prock, go figure. John Force Racing has been pretty dominant here in the funny cars. The overall winner, Matt Hagan. Matt Hagan took home the Wally for a funny car. And then Pro Stock, we have, and tell people you've got stuff to do and they still text you when you're on the live. Gotta love people sometimes. But fastest was Dallas Glenn. Overall, Dallas Glenn took the win. So that's an awesome job for him. And Pro Stock motorcycles, they were off. I'll just go over here to winners now instead of giving you the fastest also. So no, Pro Stock motorcycle, Gage Carrera won Pro Stock motorcycles. Moving on. Their next race is coming up. Let's see. Their next race, I think it said Sonoma. Yep. Next race is Sonoma. So the Denso Sonoma Nationals, powered by Power Edge. That's July 25th to the 27th. Next up, we're going to move over to the NBT IndyCar Series. It was on the streets of Toronto on Sunday. saw the Arrow McLaren driver Pato O'Ward walk away trophy, besting Renus BK, Tyson Simpson, Colton Herta, and Marcus Erickson. That's the top five. Uh, we're going to follow that by Kyle Kirkwood, Graham Rahal, Colin Gallat, David Malukas, and Scott Dixon. That rounds out your top 10. Will Power, Alex Palou, who started second in the Ganassi Honda, Christian Lundgaard, Marcus Armstrong, Connor Daly, Robert Schwartzman, the Indy Miracle, the best name in IndyCar right now, Stingray Robb, Nolan Siegel, Felix Rosenquist, and Christian Rasmussen finished in the top 20. Louis Foster, Devlin Franco, Jake Abel, Joseph Newgarden, Alexander Rossi, Scott McLaughlin, and rounding out the field, who didn't even get to start the race, Santino Ferrucci, who had an accident in morning warm-up and didn't get to take the green flag. Fairly good race there. Their next race is the Sava House Grand Prix of Monterey out at Laguna Seca. That'll be on July 27th, live on Fox at 3 p.m. Looking at standings right now. Let's see. There we go. Gotta love now. Right now, Alex Palou holds 55-point lead, or 99-point lead, excuse me, over Pato O'Ward in second. Third is Kyle Kirkwood. Fourth, Scott Dixon. And fifth is Christian Lundgaard. Like I said, their next race is out at Laguna Seca this coming weekend, live on Fox. And if I'm going a little fast tonight, I've got other stuff going on. I'm just trying to put in as much as I can. Yeah. I've had a few people say about the audio being low. I have adjusted everything. Let me go in here and double check right now. And I do apologize. I should have been better prepared for this one tonight. I had all this time to do it and failed to do it. Bear with me just a second. I'm trying to get this fixed up. A couple people have said about sound being low. Input volume is at 100%, so I'll have to work on it later and give it a try. Thanks for pointing it out to me, Jordan. I've had a couple people tell me that already, so I will work on it for the next time. Plus, it didn't help that I had my microphone facing down, so I guess that helps if I have it up. But moving on, we've got ARCA Racing Series in Dover. It was a Waffle House dream up there in Dover, as Miles the Monster got to enjoy some Waffle House this weekend, courtesy of Brandon Queen taking home the victory, followed by Camden Murphy. Third was Isabella Robusto. Fourth was Isaac Miller, and fifth was Taylor Wright. Through 10, Sydney Hill, Jake Finch, Jason Kitzmiller, Zachary Tinkle, not Zach, if anyone watching, do not call him Zach, he gets mad at you. Andrew Patterson was 10th, 11th, LeVar Scott, 12th, Lawless Allen, 13th, Michael Maples, 14th, Austin Vaughn. 15th, Kumakaga, sorry. He's Kumasada over on the IndyCar. My apologies on that one, everyone. 16th, Peyton Laster. 17th, Ryan Roulette. 18th, our boy Alex Clubb. 19th, Corey Aiken, driving the other club racing car. 20th, Brad Smith. 21st, Frank Cruz. 22nd, Tony Constantino. 23rd, Blaine Donahue. And 24th, local boy, me, Matt Kemp. They will be back in action Friday night at Lucas Oil Raceway Park. Tune in Friday night to see that. And Gordon wanted me to announce stuff, but he needs to be quicker on his messaging, especially if he's watching it right now. Gotta type quicker, Jordan. But he wants me to announce, and this is a big thing for us. First one I'm gonna induct, going into our Four Wide Media Hall of Fame, to the celebrity wing. Ozzy Osbourne passed away this afternoon, age 76, I believe it was, at his home in England. I mean, what he did for the music industry was just simply amazing. There's a reason he was called Prince of Darkness, for a reason. Most of us familiar with most of his music, from Crazy Train to Mama, I'm Coming Home. He's a phenomenal musician. Started his roots with Black Sabbath, until he parted ways with them in 1979. Just we're at a loss. We lost a great person. Prayers to his entire family, Sharon and the kids. But again, Worldwide Media on the celebrity wing has inducted Ozzy Osbourne to the class of 2025. Rest in peace, Ozzy. You'll be missed. And then following that, into our inaugural Worldwide Media Hall of Fame class of 2025, on the driver's side, we had two inductees this week go in for us. Both living legends. You can never go wrong with two. Pull up some information. I'm going here, and y'all, they are household names when you get down to the ball. First one going in is MotoGP World Champion in 2006. Nicknamed the Kentucky Kid, Nicky Hayden. He's going into our Hall of Fame. Most racing fans are familiar with him. Driving that number 69 in MotoGP class. He was with Honda and Ducati. He had one championship in MotoGP. In 218 starts, he had one championship, 3 wins, and 28 podiums. Superbike World Championship. He never had a championship. He only ran it once. only ran 38 races in it. One win, 4 podiums. And then the Super Sport World Championship on Suzuki, he had one start, and that we tragically lost him May 17th of 2017 when he was hit by a driver while riding his bicycle in Italy. He suffered a traumatic brain injury and died 5 days later at the local hospital. And then he was also then inducted in the AMA Motorcycle Hall of Fame in 2018. Kentucky kid, but he was a role model for a lot of modern day racers in MotoGP who came up to the sport. Definitely was impressed with his career as he went. But again, Hayden, Kentucky kid, was inducted into the inaugural Four Wide Media Hall of Fame Class of 2025. And then the next guy doesn't need any introduction when it comes to his racing prowess. This man has done a little bit of everything. He's done World of Outlaws. He's been involved in NASCAR. Excuse me, guys. He ran IndyCar. I mean, he's done just about everything in this world that you could think of. It would. We are proud to announce that King Steve Kinser, 20-time World of Outlaws Sprint Car champion, is also being inducted into our Hall of Fame, Class of 2025. Amazing person. Like I said, he's done a little bit of everything in his career. Like I said, 20-time World of Outlaws Sprint Car champion. Ran 5 races in the NASCAR Cup Series in 1995, and then transitioned into a car owner in NASCAR for a few years. He even ran the 1997 Indy 500. I'm telling you, man, he's done everything he could possibly run. Let's see. You got that. He's ran in IROC, ran in the ride with Kenny Bernstein. If I remember right, he might not have been an owner, but I swore he was an owner in NASCAR. But yeah, he is just a simply amazing guy. Can't go wrong with that one. But again, great role model. Many people in the world of outlaws up to Steve Kinser for everything he's done in the sport. He retired in 2016 officially from sprint car racing, which is understandable. He's done it for so many. He had done it for so many years to that point. But we'd like to welcome Hayden and Steve Kinser to the Class of 2025 Four Wide Media Hall of Fame. And then, on a side note, most of you, I know most of you aren't familiar with local racing or anything like that. For me, I usually race Friday nights, Saturday nights at Plymouth Motor Speedway here in Plymouth, Indiana. This past week, we had a driver pass away. His name was Brandon Ross. He was 32 years old. He leaves behind a family. Um, he was involved in a motorcycle accident 2 weeks ago. Uh, he apparently crashed on his motorcycle. He was out in the field for 30 hours before anyone found him. His phone was dead, so the GPS didn't ping anything. And just driving by, no one seen any of the wreckage or seen him off on the side of the road. It wasn't until they got drone coverage out 2 days later that they came across him. And early on the second day, they came across him. And unfortunately, this past Thursday, he succumbed to his injuries and lost his life. Me personally, I met him once, talked to him. Great guy. He loved racing, but everything he did was for his family. Everything he did. Um, there's a photo circulating around Facebook. If I can find it, I'll share it to our Facebook page of him, his son, a couple years back at South Bend Motor Speedway in South Bend, Indiana. He was under his car working, and his son was right there with him, trying to help Daddy. Um, it hits home when you see something like that. 32 years old. Uh, yeah. He's up there running circles around heaven now with all the greats, condolences and prayers and continued prayers for his family right now in their time of need. But that's it's a sad moment for us. We got back to racing Friday night, trying to adjust to it. In one of the races, his cousin ended up winning by a nose. So that was great for the family to be able to have some celebration on that. But whenever you lose somebody, it's tough. And I know it pulls the heartstrings with that. And I know I go out to race. Whenever I go out to racetrack, my son's there with me. I give it 110%. I try to do everything I can to make sure that I'm making him proud. That he can go and tell everyone that I'm proud of Dad. That his mom's got him watching right now. Daddy loves you, Austin. Remember that. But anyways, um, moving on. Uh, right now, the Arkham Menard standings. Brandon Queen holds the lead by 26. Jason Fitzmiller and fifth Isabella Robusto. Like I said, they'll back in action Friday night down at IRP. Lucas, well, let me get it correct. I'm sorry. Lucas Oil, Indianapolis Raceway Park. Or is it Indianapolis Raceway Park powered by Lucas Oil and Indy Raceway Park. That's all I know. Um, I've always known it as IRP. Then they went LORP, and then O'Reilly Auto Parts Park. Yeah. Gotta love sponsorship deals. But following that in Dover Saturday, we had Bet Rivers 200. Miles Monster was hungry for some more cars, and this time he was feeding on the Xfinity cars. And talk about being in the right place at the right time and leading a good to the race as well. Connor Zilic wrapped up another victory on the season. That, that kid's good. That's all I can say there. That kid is amazing when it comes down to it. Um, but that that there was Zilic's third win of the season this past weekend. Finishing second was Eric Almirola. Third, Brendan Jones. Fourth, the little Gator Justin Allgaier. Fifth was Jesse Love. Something about his name that you always got to pronounce it like that. I don't care who you are. Sixth, Ryan Sieg. Seventh, pole sitter Taylor Gray. Eighth, Sheldon Creed. Ninth, William Swalich. Great run for Swalich there. Swalich is struggling this year, adapting to these new cars, and I don't understand why. He's a great driver. And actually, that was his fourth win of the season. The wrong point standing pulled up for me. But yeah, Swalich, and then Christian Eckes was 10. I mean, granted, Swalich is trying to dig out of a hole. He's sitting 27 points right now, which is just tough. Um, hopefully, this is a sign of things turning around for the Sound Gear Toyota. That's how you can hope. But it's looking very. Those chances are looking very bleak of him making the postseason um, standing for the playoffs. 11th was Harrison Burton. 12th, Sam Mayer. 13th, Austin Hill. 14th, Matt Benedetto. 15th, Carson Quaffle. 16th, Dean Thompson. 17th, making his series debut, number 17, HinchCarts.com Chevrolet, was Jake Finch. 18th, Ryan Truex. 19th, Parker Retzloff. And 20th, Jeb Burton. 21st was Daniel Dye. 22nd was Raja Caruth. 23rd, Anthony Alfredo. 24th, Sam Smith. 25th, Brennan Poole. 26th, Jeremy Clements. 27th, Josh Williams. 28th, LeVar Scott making a start for Alpha Prime Racing. 29th, Leland Honeyman. 30th, Ryan Ellis. 31st, making the final start for our Motorsports, Chaz Gralla. 32nd, Blaine Perkins. 33rd, Light. 34th, Akalicki. 35th, Garrett Smithley. 36th, Kyle Sieg. 37th, Sanchez. And rounding out the 38 car field, Ross Chastain. Fastest lap went to the 20 car, which should have been Almirola. No, Brendan Jones. That's right, those are top numbers. Fastest lap is Brendan Jones from lap 101. He ran a 23.943. Pretty damn good lap there for the Xfinity car. Pretty good race overall. I didn't watch all of it. I haven't really been watching a lot of the races here the last couple weekends just because I've got other stuff going on. So it makes it a little tough to watch it. But yeah, so you got that. Driver of the race was Justin Allgaier with his outstanding performance. Um, Justin finished fifth on the day. Um, pretty darn good race. And he came from the back of the pack to finish fourth. He had some unapproved adjustments at the beginning of the race, so he had to start from the rear, drove it back to fourth. Kudos to Justin Allgaier for being the four-wide media driver of the race. I want to say he's had a couple more of those this year. Usually our stat man Gordon's sitting here telling me all this stuff, but, you know, I'm just doing what I can do. Their next race is Saturday at the same Brickyard. They will be running the Pennzoil 250 in Indy. We'll have preview coming up on Thursday. I think is when I'm going to do it. I'm going to try to get on tomorrow and do a quick dirt coverage. That way, Gordon doesn't have a fit that I didn't bring up anything about World of Outlaws or High Limit. And if you're watching, Gordon, or if you come back and watch this at the 31-minute mark, I watched the High Limit race on FS1 through my phone. I didn't want to hear it. Anyways, moving on to the NASCAR Cup Series. They're at Dover for the Auto Trader Echo Park Automotive 400. Seriously, who comes up with these names? Okay. Auto Trader Echo Park Automotive 400. Why couldn't we go the Auto Trader 400 powered by Echo Park Automotive? Or the Echo Park Automotive 400 powered by Auto Trader? I just don't get it, guys. I'm not cut out for this stuff, I tell you. Anyways, your race winner, and he beat everyone's favorite driver again. Remember that. Everyone's favorite driver, even my favorite driver. I don't have a favorite driver. Just everybody, other than Chase Elliott. But I can't my bias. I gotta be right down the middle. Everyone's fair and equal when I'm on the broadcast side. Catch me outside, how about that? Anyways, Denny Hamlin driving the Progressive Toyota home the win in Dover after a short rain delay. Well, it wasn't quite short. You had it was an hour long, but you know, of course, me, I fell asleep. Then he beat Keith Briscoe, who finished second. Third was Alex Bowman. Fourth, Kyle Larson, your high limit racing winner at Eldora. I said we'll get to that tomorrow. Trust me, we'll get it tomorrow. Fifth, Ty Gibbs. Sixth, after leading 238 laps of the 407 Ram, Chase Elliott, who was also your pollster for the day. Seventh, Bubba Wallace. Eighth, Ryan Blaney. Ninth, Chris Buescher. 10th, Bad Brad Keselowski. 11th, Kyle Busch. 12th, Tyler Reddick. 13th, Michael McDowell. 14th, Joey Logano. 15th, Austin Dillon. 16th, Austin Cindric. Hey, the Austins finished right by one another. Pretty cool. Pretty cool name also with Austin. And if you remember what I just did a little while ago, son's named Austin. They stole it from him. That's what it was. Even though my son's 10, they stole his name from him. 17th, Justin Haley. 18th, Christopher Bell, who had a spin late in the race while battling for the lead. That was a tough race for him. 19th, Ryan Preece. 20th, everyone's favorite underdog in this in-season challenge, Ty Dillon. 21st, John Hunter Nemechek. 22nd, Zane Smith. 23rd, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. 24th, Riley Herbst. 25th, Todd Gilliland, 26th, Daniel Suarez, 27th, Eric Jones, 28th, Josh Berry, 29th, Cole Custer, 30th, Shane Van Gisbergen, 31st, Willie B, 32nd, Noah G, 33rd, Watermelon Man, 34th, JJ Yaley, 35th, boy, Carson Hostvar, 36th, Cody Ware, and rounding out the 37 car field was the Camper Dan RV Chevrolet of H.A. Allmendinger. Fastest lap of the race came on lap 407, the final lap of the race. Denny Hamlin went a 23.088. That is Denny's fourth win of the season, I think. What's the hilariously long name of this race, and I can tell you what it is. That is Denny's fourth win of the year. Hey, I'm getting better at this stuff. I might have to just keep Gordon off this permanently now. Take over for him, you know? I don't think it's anything. Loaded up with a bunch of guest drivers while he's gone in the next couple weeks. I could have a lot of fun with this, guys. For anyone watching, if you're enjoying this right now, like, comment, whatever. If you comment on it, I will respond back to you. I already had Jordan Miller comment to me. Thanks, Jordan, for watching. Appreciate it. Even though we know who that is. Anyways, Cup Series points following Dover. I gotta go back to Xfinity too. I forgot Xfinity, but Cup Series points leaving Dover right now. You still got Chase Elliott on top of the leaderboard right now on regular season points, leading Willie B by 16, Kyle Larson third, Denny Hamlin fourth, and Tyler Reddick running fifth right now. I always love when I get weird technology I don't know. And then it's like, hey, how nice. And that photo for people who don't want to believe I do a podcast. I do one. Suckers. That's my maniacal laugh, you know. I get hangry once in a while, you know, when I don't have a drink down here and I'm doing all this talking and all that. Anyways, sorry for my rant. I'm just having some fun tonight, guys. I'm enjoying myself. This has been an honor. I'm thankful for Jordan trusting me with his baby. I know this is his baby. He takes great care of it and that. So I'm honored to be trusted with the reins here. Xfinity points. Dustin Allgaier holds on to a 56-point lead over Connor Zillett. Third is Sam Mayer. Fourth is Austin Hill. And fifth is I feel like that belongs. Saying it like that belongs on 4Wide Media after dark. Yeah. Anyway, both Cup Series and Xfinity Series are in action this weekend at same Brickyard. Series has Brickyard 400 presented by PPG. And then, of course, like I said, Tinfoil 250 for the Xfinity boys. And also back in action this weekend, which we'll get to on Thursday. Sport 200 at the Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park. Thank you, JC, for giving me that information. 8 p.m. FS1 Friday night. Just going over some news and notes real quick. It looks like NASCAR will be running the street course at San Diego this year, or next year, excuse me. As they did announce that Chicago will not be back in 2026, but they are working on putting everything together for 2027 already. The legal battles going on with 2311 and Front Row Motorsports against NASCAR. NASCAR issued a rule book bulletin on Monday morning that allows them to limit the entries for NASCAR Series race to 40 teams. NASCAR at its sole discretion, and this is the updated ruling to it. Rule 5.1.f. NASCAR at its sole discretion may elect to limit the number of entries for a race to 40. In such instance, open teams will be determined based on team owner point standard. And the bulletin also states Rule 7.9.1.1.b. 4 open teams will be eligible for starting grid positions based on the fastest single lap speed posted to each open team's vehicle in the first round, qualifying round. Rule 7.9.1.1c. The 6 open teams will be eligible for starting grid positions based on the highest ranked team owner point standing. It harms Team Carl Long in that trying to qualify now, because it pretty much tells you they're only going by owner points at this point, not anything else. That ongoing saga continues. Got more he said, she said, they said, we said, everyone said. I don't give a flying, fluttering fire truck about what's going on for sure. But it sucks. NASCAR's considering a return to Chicagoland. PSC Motor Club, Rick Ware has a lawsuit going on right now. Yeah, so that's that note. Xfinity side looks like, as I already said, our Motorsports ceases operations following Dover. That's a rough one. I don't know everything behind it. I do know Chris Wright and them parted ways on the 15th, so I don't know if it's just funding fell through, anybody else run the program or what. Just announced that oh yeah, that's right. Okay, that makes sense. Sorry, I'm reading this. Wait a minute, what am I looking at? But now I know. It was announced today that McAnally, Hilgeman Racing, and Christian Eckes will reunite for 2 races. Eckes will pilot number 16, a 5th entry at Richmond and New Hampshire. He'll drive the number 16 for McAnally. So yeah, that was news today in the Truck Series. They swapped crews also between the 19 and 91. Butterbean Queen. Oh, man, guys. Butterbean Queen. Fire 07 at IRP. That's all the big news and notes there. Like I said, I plan on trying to go live tomorrow night for a short 4-wide media dirt show. So we'll work on that one. Other than that, that's all I have tonight, guys. Thanks for everyone that tuned in. I went a little longer than I wanted to tonight, but that's how this show goes. We all know that. But thank you, everyone. I appreciate it. Stay tuned. We've got some exciting things going on with the show. I'm going to try to incorporate a couple exciting things over the next couple weeks while Jordan's gone. Even though he told me he doesn't want me having guests on until he gets back, I might honestly have at least one guest pop on here. I got to make a few phone calls, see if I can make it work out. I might be able to get two, but at least go one. That way Jordan doesn't get mad at me. But anyways, guys, my name's Everett. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. Hold your family tight. Give them kisses, no matter how mad you are at them. Just make sure you tell them you always love them. After that, guys, that's all I've got for you.